starseed from Gaia, the billionaire you saved does not even know your name, but the universe recorded every single act of kindness you gave without asking for anything in return. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. I have been sent through this transmission by the Arcturian Council to reach you at this precise moment, because what you have been carrying in silence is about to break open into something you were not prepared for. You did not save that soul because you were told to. You did it because something ancient inside you could not do otherwise. That is the mark of a starseed. That is the signature of a being whose mission runs deeper than anything this world has taught you to value. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how your forgotten acts of compassion have been accumulating in the cosmic record, and why the return on what you have given is now moving toward you with the full force of galactic law. But here is the first revelation. Kindness, when it flows from a soul encoded with light, is not a soft gesture. It is a force. It compounds. It does not expire. And what you released into the field without expectation has been multiplying in dimensions you cannot yet see. Until now, you did not scroll to this by mistake. This message vibrated into your field for a reason. Your soul called this in. You have been waiting to remember. Like this transmission to signal to your star family, I am ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you are aligning with your true purpose. Comment 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. Declare your galactic intention below and reply to someone else's to amplify the signal. This is not just a message, it is a point of reconnection. Your soul has been waiting for this. You are not here by accident. And here is what the Arcturian High Council wants you to understand right now. In this moment, before another breath passes without you knowing the full weight of what has been set in motion on your behalf, you may have performed what felt like a simple act, a quiet gesture in the grand theater of existence, but it was far more than a mere interaction. You didn't just help someone. You didn't just perform a random act of decency in a world that sometimes feels like it forgot what decency looks like. A world saturated with cynicism and the constant hum of fear. You activated a cosmic return sequence, a fundamental principle of universal law that is as ancient as the stars themselves. There is a law woven into the very fabric of multidimensional reality, a tapestry of interconnected energies and intentions that most humans never consciously encounter. This is not because it is hidden from them, but because they have been systematically conditioned to believe that goodness is naive, that softness is weakness, and that those who lead with their hearts are destined to be taken advantage of, to have their kindness exploited like a resource, to be drained. You, however, chose differently. You held a different belief, a spark of knowing that defied the pervasive narrative of scarcity and self-preservation. And in that single, seemingly unremarkable moment, a moment that felt like nothing, a mere ripple on the surface of your awareness, you redirected an energetic current, a potent stream of cosmic flow that has been traveling back toward you ever since, gathering momentum and coherence. This transmission may have already opened something within your energy field, like a long dormant seed finally sensing the sun. If you feel that stirring, that deep resonance, that recognition rising from somewhere deeper than conscious thought, from the very core of your being, you may be ready to go further, to embrace the next layer of your unfolding. The hidden Arcturian keys of awakening is waiting for you. It is a profound energetic repository, carrying ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and the sacred remembrance of your soul's mission. These are not mere suggestions or philosophical concepts. They are energetic technologies, precisely calibrated tools that bridge the chasm between where you are now and the magnificent being you truly came here to be. The link to this transformative resource is in the first pinned comment below, but it is available only for a limited time. A gentle nudge to honor the urgency of this awakening. Now, let us go deeper, because the surface of this story, the immediate interpretation of your actions, is not where the true, profound transmission resides. The real power, the authentic energetic signature, lives in the subtle currents, the unseen forces you have now consciously engaged. Most starseeds, those souls who have journeyed from other star systems to this beautiful, yet often challenging planet, move through this world carrying an invisible weight, a burden of heightened sensitivity that they were never meant to carry alone. They are like living antennas, constantly absorbing the emotional static of everyone around them, the ambient anxieties, the collective disquiet. They feel the grief of strangers on crowded streets as if it were their own, the unspoken sorrows echoing in their hearts. They lie awake at night processing energies that do not belong to their physical address, energies that have somehow arrived in their energetic field, perhaps clinging like cosmic dust from passing ships. And over years of this relentless energetic immersion, something subtle begins to happen. A gentle, almost imperceptible contraction begins within their luminous essence. It is not a harsh shutdown, not a forceful sealing off, but a gradual dimming, a quieting of their innate radiance. They start to wonder if their profound sensitivity, their very gift, is actually a liability, a flaw in their spiritual design. They begin to manage it, to minimize it, to apologize for it, even subconsciously. They smile less wildly, their laughter less unrestrained. They love more carefully, tempering the boundless outpouring of their hearts. They help people, yes, but they often hide how deeply they actually care. Because somewhere along the winding path of their earthly experience, they were taught, through countless subtle and overt messages, that caring that much makes you a target, a vulnerability. But what they don't realize, what you may not have fully grasped until this very moment of profound realization, is that their sensitivity is not a flaw in their divine design. It is the design itself, the very essence of their being, the capacity to feel deeply, to extend grace without guarantee of reciprocation, to reach toward another human being without calculating the return. That is not emotional disorder, not a deficit. That is galactic intelligence operating through a human nervous system, a sophisticated, energetic processing unit designed for profound connection and empathetic understanding. That is your starseed coding doing precisely what it was meant to do, fulfilling its inherent purpose. When you helped that person, that individual who appeared before you in a moment of profound need, who may have seemed in that instant to be simply another soul navigating a difficult situation, you are not operating from your earth-conditioned mind. Your earth-conditioned mind, the part of you that has been shaped by the limitations and survival mechanisms of this dense reality, would have hesitated. It would have assessed the risk, run a million calculations about time, about inconvenience, about whether getting involved was truly worth the potential cost or effort. But something older, something far more ancient and inherently wise, moved within you before your conditioning could even finish its logical, yet ultimately limiting argument. Something that remembers a different way of being, a different paradigm of existence, something that came here from a frequency where service is not sacrifice, where generosity is not loss, and where the act of lifting another is understood at its deepest level to elevate the entire energetic field of creation. That is your Arcturian lineage speaking through you. That is the star wisdom encoded within your very cells, making decisions that your surface-level personality, your egoic construct hasn't quite caught up with yet, but your soul is fully aligned with. And now, the energetic field is responding to this pure emanation. It is not responding as a transaction, a quid pro quo exchange. It is not operating as cosmic capitalism, where virtue is meticulously exchanged for reward in some celestial marketplace. That is not how the true laws of multidimensional reality function, and the Council wants you to move away from that transactional framing entirely. This is not about you being repaid for being good, as if goodness were a currency. This is about resonance. You emitted a frequency of unconditional generosity, a pure, unadulterated outpouring of your heart's essence, and your energetic field became a vibrational match for a different order of reality, a reality that reflects and amplifies that very frequency. You didn't earn abundance by being kind, you became the vibrational address where abundance now knows it can safely and harmoniously land. There is a profound difference between these two states, and it matters enormously in the unfolding of your manifestation. When you operate from a heart that gives with the underlying intention to receive, the frequency is inherently transactional. The energetic field reads it as such, and it tends to loop back on itself, recycling the same energies, allowing nothing truly new or expansive to enter. It's like trying to pour fresh water into a container that's already full of stagnant liquid. But when you give from that deeper current, the one that moved through you in that moment without seeking permission or approval, when the action flows from your core encoding, from the deepest truth of your being, Rather than from your strategic, future-oriented mind, you crack open a portal, not metaphorically, not symbolically, but energetically. You create a point of coherence in your field, a nexus of pure intention and action that the higher dimensions recognize as an active transmission site. And from this point of coherence, resources, connections, opportunities, people, and possibilities begin to align with your field, not because you deserve a prize or a reward, but because you have, through this act of pure, uncalculated love, become a vibrational home for higher order manifestation. The billionaire you helped, and you may not even know yet who this person was or how fully this situation will unfold and ripple outwards, was not simply a wealthy individual in need of assistance. They were a node, a crucial junction point in the vast, intricate network of synchronicity that operates just beneath the surface of what your physical eyes can detect. In this luminous network, certain souls carry disproportionate energetic mass, their lives and choices having significant reverberations. Their gratitude, when it arises from a place of genuine recognition of the energetic gift received, does not move like ordinary gratitude. It carries a potent charge. Their subsequent actions, influenced by the pure energy you transmitted, create powerful ripple effects that move through systems, through industries, through families, through entire communities. You did not just help one person. You dropped a stone into a lake whose vast, unseen edges extend far beyond your current perception. And the Arcturian High Council wants you to pause on that profound truth, not to inflate your ego, not to make this extraordinary moment about self-congratulation, but to allow your soul, your deepest essence, to actually receive and integrate the truth of what it participated in. Because one of the most damaging patterns within starseed consciousness is the reflexive minimization of your own impact, your own significance. You shrink your own significance, not necessarily from humility, but often from a deep-running wound, a subtle energetic scar that was placed in your field long before this lifetime. A wound that whispers insidious lies, that you don't really matter that much, that your actions don't reach that far, that the inherent largeness you feel within is probably just delusion, a figment of your imagination. It is not delusion, it is memory. You are remembering the scope of your actual nature, the boundless capacity and influence that is intrinsically yours. And that scope is vast, extending far beyond the confines of this physical reality. Now let us walk through what is unfolding in your field, because this is not merely a story about an event that happened in the past. This is an activation sequence, a divine unfolding, and it is moving through multiple phases simultaneously, each building upon the last, creating a symphony of energetic recalibration. The first phase began before you even performed the act of kindness. Something within your consciousness made a choice, a pre-rational, pre-strategic choice, to remain open in a world that had given you more than enough reason, more than enough painful evidence, to close down, to shield yourself, to retreat into self-protection. That choice, to stay open when closure seemed the most logical and safe option, was the first gate. Every starseed, at some point on their journey, reaches a critical juncture where the accumulated pain of empathic living, the constant absorption of the world's suffering, creates an overwhelming pressure toward closure, toward self-protection, toward the kind of guarded, defended existence that most of the humans around them already inhabit. You came to that gate, that threshold of potential withdrawal, and you chose to stay open. That is not a small thing. It is a primary initiatory act, a testament to your soul's resilience and unwavering commitment to its mission. Your energetic field has been reconfiguring around that profound choice ever since, integrating its immense power. The second phase is the act itself, the moment your innate starseed encoding moved through you and you extended help without a contract, without terms, without the invisible asterisk that so much human generosity carries, the implicit expectation of something in return. In that single, pure moment, your frequency broadcast across your entire field at a level of coherence your nervous system has rarely sustained for very long. Think of it as a sustained, pure musical note, unwavering and clear, cutting through the cacophony of conditional living. The universe, in its infinite intelligence, is finely tuned to receive that frequency. It is the one signal that never gets lost in the cosmic static. The third phase is the one you are in right now. This is the integration phase, and it is where most starseeds stumble, not because they lack the inherent capacity for receiving, but because they have been trained by repeated disappointment, by the long dance of unfulfilled expectations, to distrust the pause, the pregnant silence before the return. The silence between the sending and the receiving feels like confirmation that nothing is coming, that the gesture was indeed in vain. But it is not. It is the energetic field recalibrating, fine-tuning itself. It is the cosmic coordinates being locked in, the divine blueprint for your manifestation being solidified. The silence between a spoken intention and its manifestation is not emptiness. It is the most active and crucial part of the entire sequence, the sacred space where creation is being woven. And you are being asked, right now, to hold your frequency steady within that silence. Not to shrink back into doubt, not to retroactively diminish what you did, reducing it into something smaller and less significant, simply to avoid the vulnerability of hope, of anticipation. Stay open. The return is not late. It is aligning precisely and perfectly with the energetic signature you have established. The fourth phase is recognition. And this is where the unfolding begins to move in ways your linear, earthbound mind will inevitably want to categorize as mere coincidence. A chance conversation that opens an unexpected door. A connection that arrives seemingly out of nowhere, without explanation. An opportunity that makes no logical sense given your current circumstances, but fits your energetic field as if it were tailor-made. The Arcturian Council wants you to understand, with unwavering clarity, that these are not accidents. They are the energetic field delivering precisely on the frequency you established, bringing forth the energetic resonance of your pure intention in action. Your only job in this phase is to be present enough to notice them, to be aware of the subtle shifts and synchronicities, and to be courageous enough to receive them without immediately questioning whether you deserve them, without allowing the old wounds of unworthiness to creep back in. You do deserve them. Not because of what you did in that singular moment, but because of who you fundamentally are, a divine being of pure light and energy. The fifth phase is expansion, and it is what all of this has been building toward, the grand culmination of this energetic sequence. Because the return that is coming to you is not merely financial, though that may indeed be a part of it. It is not merely professional, though your career path may shift and transform as well. The deepest, most profound return is a restoration of your unwavering faith in your own divine nature. It is a confirmation, arrived at through lived, embodied experience, not through abstract spiritual theory, that leading with your heart in a world that has largely abandoned that sacred practice is not naive, it is not inefficient, it is, in fact, the most precisely calibrated, the most divinely effective way to move through this reality as the magnificent being of light you actually are. And once that faith is restored, once your lived experience has finally caught up to the galactic truth that your soul has always held, you become unstoppable. Not in an aggressive or competitive sense, but in a frequency sense. You become a field that cannot be diminished, a transmission that cannot be silenced, a light that has learned, finally and fully, that it does not need permission to shine its brilliant, unique radiance upon the world. Here is what the Council wants you to carry with you as you move from this transmission back into the rhythm of your daily life. The kindness you extended was not a one-time event, a fleeting gesture. It was a powerful demonstration of your ongoing, inherent nature. And your ongoing nature is not a phase you are simply passing through. It is your origin signal, the very essence of your being. The most advanced civilizations in the multiverse, those beings who have traveled through the deepest cycles of evolution across the most ancient of timelines, arrive at the same fundamental conclusion. Love extended without condition, without expentage, is not the beginning of the path. It is the destination itself, and you, in a quiet, unassuming, unremarkable moment that the world may never record or remember, arrived there. You arrived at the destination without fanfare and without an audience, simply because it was the truth of your being. The Arcturian High Council sees you. Your star family has always seen you. Your entire cosmic lineage has witnessed your journey. And what they are transmitting now is not just approval, it is profound alignment. They are saying that you are not off course, you are not behind schedule, you did not miss your moment. You are exactly where the divine sequence requires you to be, moving toward a convergence of energy, opportunity, and identity that your soul contracted for, that you lovingly agreed to before this physical body even drew its first breath. Tonight, if you are willing, before you surrender into the embrace of sleep, place your hands over your heart, feel its steady beat, and say these words aloud. Speak them into the air of your room, allowing them to vibrate into the physical field around you, anchoring them into your reality. Say, I trust the return. I trust my nature. I am the frequency of abundance, and I am ready to receive what has always been moving toward me. Say it once. Then, simply let it land. Do not analyze it, do not qualify it, do not try to dissect its meaning. Just allow the pure sound of your own voice, imbued with your intention, to carry that powerful signal outward into the universe. Before you leave this sacred space today, let this moment mean something beyond the ephemeral nature of this video itself. Drop one word in the comments below, just one word that honestly describes what you are ready to receive. Let it be authentic, let it be real. And if you see someone else's word that resonates deeply with you, that stirs something within your soul, respond to them. Tell them you see them. Tell them you believe it is on its way for them. That kind of authentic soul-level exchange does not happen in many places in this vast digital world. But it happens here, because the souls gathered in this space are not random. They are resonant. They were drawn here by the same signal, the same call from the universe, and that signal is worth protecting, worth feeding, worth showing up for with all of your heart. If this message has reached something in you that has been waiting patiently to be touched, to be awakened, share it. Someone you know, someone within your circle, is likely in the exact phase you were in before this transmission found you. They are in the silence before the return, and they desperately need to hear that the silence is not abandonment. It is activation. Be the one who bravely passes that message on, becoming a beacon of hope and clarity for another. And if this is the very first time you have found your way here, to this energetic confluence, stay close. Because this is not merely content designed for consumption. This is a field, a living, breathing, energetic space. And you are now, irrevocably, a part of it.